100 remain to continue their journey in the race for the FedEx Cup.
Welcome to PGA Tour Today, presented by MasterCard.
The FedEx Cup playoffs began on Long Island, New York, where the top 125 in FedEx Cup standings fought to survive the first cut of the 5-week journey to the Tour Championship by Coca-Cola. 25 players were sent packing, while the remaining 100 packed up and shipped off to Boston for the second leg of the playoffs of the Deutsche Bank Championship. Now remember, just the top 70 in FedEx Cup standings will move on to the BMW Championship. So let's take a look at some of the numbers. Here are some notable players that entering this week at TPC Boston are on the outside looking in. 2011 Masters champion Charles Schwartzel is just one place outside, sitting at 71st. Aaron Baddeley is at 85th. Jason Day sits at 88th, with Rory Sabatini and KJ Choi sitting in 94th and 95th, respectively. And speaking of Jason Day, he is one of our Cinderella stories from the Barclays, where he worked his way from 113th to 88th and will have to keep on grinding to keep his story alive. Rookie Jonas Blix worked his way from the outside in, along with Tommy Gainey, Bob Estes, Graham Dillette, and David Hearn. Now, from the guys at the bottom to the 5 players holding the golden ticket right now. Remember, the top 5 in standings is where everybody wants to be, because those are the only players that will control their own destiny to claim the FedEx Cup come the Tour Championship. With Nick Watney's victory last week, he dethroned Tiger Woods, who previously held that top spot for 8 consecutive weeks. Brandt Snedeker sits in second, Tiger is in third, with Rory McIlroy and Zach Johnson rounding out the coveted spots. Defending his title this week will be 3-time PGA Tour winner and our 2012 U.S. Open champion Webb Simpson, who dropped from 13th in the standings to 20th after round 1 of the playoffs, but he is still in prime position to make a move this week that could get him inside that top 5. Remember, his win here last year catapulted him to a second-place finish in the FedEx Cup standings in 2011. Now for more on this challenging TPC Boston course, and especially a big change that was made on the 18th hole, let's throw it out to our guys from SiriusXM PGA Tour Radio.
Amanda, thank you. Welcome to Norton, Mass. The Deutsche Bank Championship, TPC Boston. Behind us, the 18th green, the infamous 18th risk-reward par 5. And Gil Hanse, the designer, has dramatically changed that green. Dennis, how's it going to change the way these guys play it?
Well, you said risk-reward. There's a lot of risk. I don't know how much the reward is there right now. What they have done is they've moved the green back away from the creek or the wetlands that there is in front of the green. Now, is that going to bring possibly the creek in more because the guys are going to have an opportunity to bounce it up onto the putting surface? Maybe it will. The issue is on the left-hand side. It is really deep and really cut down. There is a collection area down there, and it's a chipping area, as they call it. There's not going to be a whole lot of chipping going on. There's going to be a lot of guys using putter if they hit it down in there. Most of the players that we've talked to said, if I'm going to bail anywhere, it's going to be the right bunker. The issue with the right bunker, there's 2 little islands of grass in there, and they could get some really funky lies and not even be able to play to the green. So definitely risk, no question about it. Not so sure about the reward.
There's going to be lots of drama here at 18. We'll be watching with our coverage beginning on Friday at 12 o'clock Eastern on PGA Tour Radio, SiriusXM. Amanda, let's go back to you.
Thanks, guys. PGATour.com's live ad coverage is here for every day of the playoff race. Our coverage will begin on Friday with our pregame show on the tee at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, and our tee to green coverage of the 11th and 16th holes beginning immediately after from 1 to 6.
PGA Tour Today is presented by MasterCard, which invites you to play like a PGA Tour player at select TPC courses. MasterCard is a proud sponsor of the PGA Tour.